Just beat a nigga ass like mama did with switches. You niggas looking real gay. Where are the bitches? I mean, where are the sisters? Better stay away from witches. That's a brouhaha. Love me and she brew, yeah. White people he brew now. If you didn't know, then you do now. You belong to me. Yeah. Alright. This nigga's bonkers. From the same city as the Knickerbockers. Name ring bells from here to Yonkers. Or Nicaragua. You niggas too thirsty, you need some agua. I ain't talking finna. When they kill my dog, I ain't hear shit from Peter. These niggas talk Kent, but they really mean FEMA. Kevin cut his eye, got more stripes than Adidas. If you ain't a bad bitch, then get the fuck up my penis. 1-2 step with a meat tree drip. Keep my circle tighter than my meat tree is. If I don't fuck with you, you a piece of shit. When I dip, you dip, we dip, we dip. That's the type of shit that I sing to my bitch. No 6ix9ine, we don't sing no snitch. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race. You belong to me. It's you, baby. One more time.
To me.
Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race, cause you belong to me. One more time for the ladies in the back, eh?
He said, Babylon, Babylon, Babylon is falling. You understand? Shalom Israel, we back again. Cap is back at it. I ain't gonna say a crack addict. You know, I don't want nobody to say, see, he said he a crackhead. You know what I mean? We back at it, y'all. Sharpen the Sword Radio going down with your host, Captain DeGargle Ball of the ISUP camp under Commander General Yohana. And we got my main man, Cabal Katal, on the ones and the twos up in this bitch. You know what I mean? We got a couple things going on. Oh, first, before we do that, if anybody got any questions, want to call in, make a comment, or just listen live, you can dial 712-832-8330, and the access code is 910-1409. And then we got the next upcoming food drive. It went down this past Friday. Fed a lot of people, man. A lot of folks got a lot of food. But it's going down again on May the 28th, 2021 from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. or until the food is all gone, you know. And that's right outside of our school building here. All right, St. Louis, Missouri, 63108. And if anybody has any questions, need directions, or want to know if it's okay to get others in their family food and things like that, that's absolutely fine. And you can call 314-696-8288, all right? And we're supposed to have a couple of guests calling in today. I don't know how sure that is, because you know how Captain Tesario started to cross the fucking line. Yeah, they scared of that. You hear me? They scared to cross any of these fucking lines in the ISUPK. Okay. They turn around. What that one brother say on the commercial? You trying to put me in a body bag? Captain Costa said he knew he was going to get put in a body bag. So, you know, they may or may not call, and I think they want to discuss if black people are Africans or Israelites. Okay, so we looking forward to it if they call in, right? Right, come on, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. All right, but until then, I just got to bring this up, man, because this is every year, this is every month, this is every holiday that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians choose to celebrate. It's nothing. It's a bloody one. You know what I'm saying? It's a murderous holiday. And then one of the sweetest holidays of them all, Mother's Day. You know, let's not even talk about Valentine's Day. We don't even talk about all the murder. How many people get murdered on Valentine's Day? Oh my God. The Valentine's Day massacre. The Mother's Day massacre. You know what I'm saying? The Christmas Day massacre. The Thanksgiving Day massacre. The Labor Day massacre. The Memorial Day massacre. All of them, man, massacres. You know? And guess what? It hasn't stopped. Like, it's still going on. This is every year. And I don't see why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Lord's chosen people, do not choose to not celebrate that junk. Like, it just has not registered yet. I guess the day when it is actually your mother getting murdered, because it's your mother right now that's doing all of the evil things that mothers do. You understand? There is an article. Find that for me, Cabal. The article it talks about a child's worst place to live. And you know where that is? An unborn child. I think it's either child or African American child or unborn child. Well, I can't remember what it says exactly, but you know what I'm talking about now, right? Can I grab that for you? We have pulled a lot of statistics for Mother's Day. And actually it's Monsters Day. You understand? Our sisters, man, have been, oh my God, been wrong on so many levels, for so long. There is nothing to celebrate. There is nothing to celebrate. Okay? And the one thing that I posted that's getting the most attention, and I'm gonna bring up two. It was two that I posted. It was one that had said that 56% of our sisters have multiple babies' fathers. Now, every demon on Facebook jumped on that post out. Every demon, jumped on that post going in. Okay, called themselves going in anyway. Then there was another one that I posted that no one even touched. Was the one where it said statistically, our children that are raised in single parent homes are most likely to be molested, and nobody even bothered that one. You understand? They didn't even touch that one because you know why they didn't want to touch that. They didn't bother that because our sisters are so selfish to the point to where they don't even care about their children for real. The only happiness that matters in that house is their own. And so instead of working it out with the father, they go around and get somebody that's going to come in and they think they're going to be good. Same way they did their daddy, right? Oh, he's such a good man. He's so in love in the beginning. But then now what is it, like 2 months later? Hey, they used to figure that out some years later. You know what I mean? It used to be years. Now it's months. You turn around, meet the guy, have sex with him, and then, he's not the one anymore. You know what I mean? He was the one 3 months ago, but now he's not. And no one touched that. Why? Because they don't even care about their children being happy. Even when they talk, when they say who's all they need, the woman is saying, all I need is my kids. My kids, my kids, my kids. That's all I need. But I never heard them say what the kids need, Doctor. You ever heard them say what the kids need? I've never heard them say, my kids need their father. Damn. You know what I mean? Now, I have seen white women say that. Okay? I watched some shows to where it was like a divorce court setting. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't divorce court, but it was actually a case where they was getting divorced. And, boy, this white woman was crying to that man. He needs you. You know what I mean? Your children need you. That's what that white woman was saying. You understand? She's an idiot, the white woman is. But she's just a tad bit smarter than you. You sister. You understand? Because she at that moment she was thinking more so about what her children needed. And this devil ran out on his family. Devils do that. They got so many sisters. Was the first thing they were saying was, well, you can't keep nobody that don't want to be kept. In most cases, the black man wants to be kept. You put him out. You're the one that took and put him out and removed him from the home. and then move someone else in the home. And then as soon as you tired of him, you move him out the home. And then you move someone else in the home. And then you move him. I mean, man, they be doing it their whole life. They whole life are breaking up, fall in love. How many times do they fall in love? How many times do a woman fall in love? 40, 50? Or they be in love with every nigga. You know what I mean? And that's a damn shame. You know, and they want us to be quiet about it, but guess what? We're the ones that's going to fix it. We are the ones that's going to fix your problem. You know? But they turn around and say all they need is their kids. But never once. And I still remember that show. Like I said, I can't remember the name or what I was watching, but I remember her crying to that man. And he walked out on his family. He found another woman, and he turned around and left her ass alone and was like, I'm done with you. I'm getting a divorce. What did they do on, what movie was that? Harlem Nights. When that devil, they tricked that devil in the end, the one that be delivering the money, and put sunshine on him. And what he do? Call home. He said, "Hey, son, put your mother on the phone." Hey, yeah. This is Jim. I'm never coming home. Okay, see ya. You know what I mean? That's how they do. That's how they do. Brothers in the world, you know what I'm saying? It's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But they lie about it, have the other woman, and be with you still. You know what I'm saying? You are the one that goes into total shock when you find out, you know what I'm saying? He got another woman, and then you put him out. That's how that go. Most times, now there are some brothers, you understand, that do leave their women alone. Just a small percentage, though. And I'm not saying that's right. That small percentage needs to be zero also. To where brothers and sisters need to start realizing that once you insert that penis, or once you let him insert that penis, you two belong together. And stay with him for the rest of your life. You understand? Whatever happened to going through the ups and the downs, Cabal? Whatever happened to? I used to hear when I was a kid. I used to hear them talking. They used to be telling them brothers, "Oh, I'll live in a cardboard box with you if I had to." You know what I mean? I'm down for you. I'm your ride or die. Is they still riding and dying? They ain't even riding no more. They got their own cars, so they drive, they pull up and then pull off. You understand? They pull up and pull off. Ain't no more riding, no more dying no more. You understand? But I used to hear sisters back in the day would say all kinds of wonderful things about how they just adore and they love their man so much, and they're gonna endure. They're gonna go through it all. They're gonna be right by his side when guess what? All that was a bunch of crap. You understand? Because hardly any of those women stayed by their man's side. And then what's so amazing is that guess what they still looking for? Huh? Take a wild guess. What are they still looking for? Oh, no. I thought they was going to find him. I thought the next one was going to be the best one. Ain't that what they say? And they still looking for one, man. Look, I know some of them women that done turned to women. They just gave up. They just said to hell with it and started munching on women's carpets. You know what they call them? Carpet munchers? Start munching on carpets. You know what I mean? Disgusting, man. And it's evil. That's a sin, too. But you're not going to find that one because guess what? You ain't even the damn one. You know what I mean? These sisters, they ain't even the one themselves. Cabal, they think they so together because in this place right here, that's how this society builds the woman up to be so great, to be so everything, to have it going on. What's that song? Independent. She got her own house. She got her own car, 2 jobs, work hard. She a bad broad. You know what I mean? That's how this place built. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with sisters working hard, owning a business, having 1, 2, 3, 4 jobs, whatever she's doing. You understand? It's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with her having her own house, having her own car. You understand? Being a bad broad, nothing wrong with that. But the point I'm making is this society builds the woman up way up and puts the man way down here, make him so small. He's nothing because You know, like for instance, when they I seen a meme someone made. It had a sister working at McDonald's and it had a brother working at McDonald's. And it did like a little comparison. The sister was hard working, trying to make it, a good mother to her kids, doing what she has to do to survive, right? But then when it was the brother, he's a bum, he broke, he ain't got shit, ain't gonna never be shit, and then whatever else the thing said. You know what I mean? And I was like, now, God damn, now why he can't be hard working, trying to, you know, work his way to the top, starting off small, doing what she doing? Why he can't be doing what he got to do to take care of his kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like I said, and I hate that they do that. You know, and more important, I hate that our people fall for that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, bring how much do they make at McDonald's? $8.50, $9? Like 10? Okay, you bring your $10 an hour together, and he bring his $10 an hour. Y'all put them together. Y'all got $20 an hour. Don't that make a little more sense? Ain't that just a little bit more money than what you had by yourself? You understand? Two walking together, agreeing is greater than one. Right. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Like I said, I remember back in the day when sisters was talking all that good stuff, and you go back a little further, they was actually doing it. They wasn't talking it; they was actually doing it. Right. They were staying by their men's side. They wasn't leaving because they was just so damn unhappy. Those women was bearing it, dealing with it. You understand, and stayed there. But sisters now, oh my God, they ain't staying no more than about 2 months out. You understand? You get about 5 months out of them, boy, you doing good. You doing good. But I'm telling you, I've been hearing about relationships nowadays, and boy, they only been lasting a couple of months. They've only been lasting just a few short months. And that is so disgusting. And then they tell me I'm exaggerating for saying that by the time a woman reaches 50, she done been with 40 or 50 men. I mean, it's no exaggeration. The statistics are not lying either. I had one sister on that post. She said, these are all white lies. I was like, you can look at your family and you can see, you understand, all of the damn divorces, all the women that caught their man cheating, so-called cheating, and left them alone, all of the different damn baby daddies that the kids got. You understand? One looked like the milkman, one looked like the mailman, one looked like the gas station man, one looked like the manager at the restaurant man. You know what I'm saying? They looking like everybody. They looking like everybody. You understand? So like I said, that stuff right there, you know, like I said, it was nothing good about mother. I mean, what is there to celebrate? Right. Most black mothers are abusive. That's another statistic they don't believe. You know what I'm saying? There's another statistic that they don't believe. They talk to their kids, either whether it's emotionally, physically, you know what I'm saying, or verbally abusive. Most mothers are that. Why? Because they have been destroyed. And this is why the ISUPK speak out on it, is because we are working to change it. We actually have the solution to that big filthy mouth of yours. Turn around, I heard a sister going off on her daughter. I believe the baby may have been about 5, 6 for Mother's Day. Cussing her. I thought she was talking to somebody grown. Right. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, I'm turning around like, world star, who finna fight in the store? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking somebody finna go. And then she talking to a little baby. She talking to a little kid, man. I think I said baby had been about 5. And I mean, she was cussing this baby out like she was a grown man, a grown woman. You know? So, and these statistics have all been proven. They have all been proven, man. Our sisters have become so selfish. It's just about them. It's not even about the kids anymore. You know, they make Christmas about the kids, right?
Right.
They make the giving the gifts so they can show off. You know what I mean? So they can get all the credits. Oh, look what my mama got me. You know, for Christmas. That's all that's about.
God.
You know. Oh, look at Thanksgiving. Boy, my mama threw down for Thanksgiving. You know, she made all these turkeys, all these pies, all these this. All I got some cousins, man. And I remember one time I never had celebrated Thanksgiving at my mother's house. You know, when I was a kid, I was always sitting with my daddy, and I would do it over my grandmother's house. And I turned around and one day I turned around and I just remember all the talking. I forgot how old I was, but it was like, man, she threw down. She made 6 turkeys, 4 hams, 10 pies, 20 cakes. You know what I'm saying? Hella greens, hella mac and cheese, 4 pans of this, 2 pans of that. This, that. They were talking big. I'm like, damn, she did all that, and she actually cooked all. This was every single year, right? But they never mentioned all the drugs she smoked with her kids. All of them strung out now, I believe, except 2, maybe. You know what I'm saying? They was all on drugs. Why? Because mama smoked it with them. You know, I mean, none of them amounted to nothing. You know what I mean? Like damn, they all, and that's in the scripture, where the mother just take the root about you.
God.
You know what I'm saying? That's in the Bible. The curse of the mother, man. We're going to go over that. But first, read that first article, man. We got a couple of articles that we're going to read real quick.
One killed, 3 wounded in shooting at Mother's Day party in Hollywood.
Mother's Day party. What's that? I always love mama because she my favorite girl. Now let the you know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Go ahead, read some more.
Okay. An investigation is underway into a shooting that left 1 person dead and 3 others wounded at a Mother's Day party in Hollywood Sunday night. The incident occurred about 10:15 p.m. as officers responding to an unrelated call heard gunshots in the 6200 block of Afton Place, Los Angeles Police Department Captain Brian Bixler said. The officers arrived to find multiple gunshot victims amid what was described in a Los Angeles Police Department news release as an unruly crowd. Mm-hmm. One of the victims was rendered aid but pronounced dead at the scene, Bixler said. The victim was identified as 29-year-old Alfonso Jr. Leon.
Mm-hmm. Now, happy Monsters Day. Your son out celebrating and turn around and ends up dead at a Mother's Day party. Like, I thought it was all about.
All right.
Usually the mother. You know, I remember seeing that as a kid. My grandmother, everybody in the family would call her. Especially when they had beef. Somebody old. I done gave them my $50 and they ain't gave it back. And then, off the phone with them and called, look, why don't you get a girl her money? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When are you going to pay her? There's always some type of way she was trying to work whatever problem out in the family. You know what I mean? But now, hell, the mother couldn't stop. Mama was ducking on the floor. You know what I mean? Mama had to run, duck, and hide so she wouldn't get her brains blowed out for Mother's Day at the damn party she celebrated. And this is.
Okay.
Okay, sound like it went out a little bit. Salaki, everybody. Okay, we on. Yeah, not just during the COVID-19. Not just because, it's a pandemic and people dying and you tripping off of that. This happens every year. Keep going out. Is it a little more?
Go
ahead.
Leon, according to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner records, an aunt described him as a funny and friendly, as funny and friendly, and she said he was not a gang member. And let's see. An initial alert from the Los Angeles Fire Department stated that there were 6 total victims, but the LAPD later showed up and updated the number to 4, including the deceased victim. The 3 wounded victims were taken to local hospitals. 1 person was in critical condition. The other 2 were listed as stable, according to the LAPD's news release. Investigators believe 2 males opened fire on the party, but did not provide descriptions. The motive for the shooting is unknown, and it is not clear if the shooter spoke to anyone before opening fire.
Jump to the next one.
Okay.
Now we're gonna get home with this one, all right? Because that one was in Hollywood, California, and guess what? This happened all over. This wasn't just 1, 2, 3 incidents. This happens all over.
Man mourns his son who was shot to death celebrating Mother's Day in East St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. Here it is. Man shot to death celebrating Mother's Day. This is right across the bridge over in East St. Louis. A few minutes away. Not that far at all. Go ahead, keep reading up.
Okay. When Andre Bennett got a knock at his door from the Illinois State Police on Monday around 8:30 a.m., he knew it couldn't be anything good. He thought to himself that the state troopers were at his home in Belleville because of one of his sons, but that was just a thought. They asked him a few questions and then delivered the devastating news. His youngest son was dead. DeVar Bennett had been shot to death as he sat in his car on the 600 block of North 23rd Street in East St. Louis. He was 39 years old.
Good night. Right in East St. Louis.
Okay.
Now the man is mourning Mother's Day. You understand? Come on now. Go to the next one.
Okay. Suspect in St. Louis County's triple homicide went to a woman's home with the purpose of killing her.
He did what?
He went to a woman's home with the purpose of killing her.
He went to her house to murder this woman on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day, man. Keep going.
Police said Roseanne McCulley, Caden Johnson, and Kaylee Brooks were found shot to death inside a home Friday. The homicide prompted an Amber Alert for a 1-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
The mother and the 2 children killed in the early morning shooting that led to an Amber Alert had been identified, and the police said they filed at-large charges against the suspect before he fatally shot himself. The police said 34-year-old Roseanne McCulley, 13-year-old Caden Johnson, 6-year-old Kaylee Brooks were found shot to death inside a home Friday. A probable cause statement for the charges accused Bobby McCulley III, 35, of unlawfully going into Roseanne McCulley's home with the purpose of killing her late Thursday night. Investigators said he held her and the children against their will, and after several hours, shot and killed them. McCulley was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 7 counts of armed criminal action, 3 counts of first-degree kidnapping, 1 count of burglary, and 7 counts of armed criminal action. and officers first responded at about 8:30 p.m. to the 400 block of Lockwing Trail Thursday after a neighbor reported a suspicious person. The police searched the area but didn't find anyone. 3 hours later, they received another call. This time, it was for a shooting. Officers arrived at the scene and found a window of the home shattered. Roseanne McCulley and her 2 children were found deceased inside the home.
Good night. And this is truly sad that these things are happening and taking place. And my question to my people is, you know, I heard General Hyman say one of the toughest things that he has said was, sin, you have to make it stop. You just gotta make it stop. You understand? You perpetuating it is the problem. This is why this is every single year. These articles are coming out. You know, they wonder why we got so much to talk about. You know what I mean? Bringing out the same breakdowns but different articles, different stories. You know, cause why? Cause it's different shootings, different people saying it, doing the same stuff over and over and over again, constantly. And next is going to be your mama. Your mother is the one that's going to be dead next. You supposed to buy a gift. Say, mama, this you took care of well and did that.
Good on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it. But if your mother took care of you, did the best that she could, man, you want to acknowledge it and give her a gift, you could do that any day. You could do that on any day. And there would be absolutely nothing wrong with it. But to do it on Mother's Day, that's evil. You're not even celebrating your mama. You celebrating false gods. That's actually what you're doing. You know what I mean? Get that next article. We're gonna jump. Matter of fact, I just sent you that one. I just sent the other one. I forgot to put it in the thing. This article right here. So like I said, I'm going back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna jump all the way back to the Mother's Day massacre. Sign the cry.
Back alley abortion never ended.
You got the title?
That was the title. That was the title.
Okay, good. I thought it said Mother's Day Massacre or something.
That is...
Okay, that is what it said. Go ahead. You got it.
Okay. The Kermit Gosnell murder trial challenges for traditional defense of Roe v. Wade.
Where you at?
It's right under the title. Right under where it says back out. Abortion never ended.
No, jump down to the article.
Okay. What the women didn't know was that they were guinea pigs for a device Kerman had invented, which he called the supercoil.
Mm-hmm.
He had tested it only on wartime rape victims in Bangladesh where he had traveled under the sponsorship of the International Planned Parenthood Federation.
You see what they did? And then they brought it back to turn around and work it on who? The next victims. You understand? People in war, they've been, shot and about to die. Don't give a damn about them. Go try it on them and then bring that super coil back. And we're going to try it on the people that we hate. Go ahead.
Complication rates were high, and little wonder. A colleague of Carmen's Philadelphia collaborator described the contraption as basically plastic razors that were formed into a ball. They were coated in gel so that they would remain closed. These would be inserted into the woman's uterus.
Good night.
After several hours of body temperature, the gel would melt. And these things would spring open. Supposedly until cutting the fetus.
Good night. That's what they turned around and was doing. This cat right here had turned around and murdered a bunch of sisters. I think it was like 20 poor sisters. You understand? They babies. This was called a Mother's Day Massacre. And to this day, Planned Parenthood still celebrates this cat. You understand? He still celebrates this cat. Margaret Sanger had said the greatest gift that the mother could give a child is to kill it. Ain't that what she said?
Okay.
Margaret Sanger said the best gift a mother could give the child is to kill it. Straight up. And you know who she was talking about murdering? She wasn't talking about murdering their babies. That wasn't the plan for them, even though the white woman was getting more abortions than sisters ever were back in those days. The white woman was the one going in the alleys and getting butchered and chopped up. This cat here, Kermit Gosnell, was not even licensed. You know what I'm saying? The dude wasn't even licensed to do what he was doing. Planned Parenthood just sent him to go test out this tool. You understand? This the contraption that you done made. Go test it out. And then bring it back and we'll see if it worked. Okay? But this dude here, I believe it was like 20 sisters, man. And he turned around and butchered those sisters, man. All because they were poor, impoverished, didn't really have family to support them. For some odd reason, boy, them around and, raised a little bit better than what you was. Had your eyes on her a little more instead of, eyes. Kid. Huh? You keep going off?
It's like it did go off.
Huh?
I said it kind of did go off.
Yeah, I thought I heard. Let me see about this.
And Salaki, I got that quote for you.
Go ahead.
The most merciful thing that a large family does to one of its infant members is to kill it.
There you go. There it is. That's what she said.
Salaki,
go ahead.
Next quote. We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population.
The who population?
The Negro population.
The white population?
The Negro population.
The Chinese population?
The Negro population.
The Arab population?
The Negro population.
Negro population, man. You understand? That lady sent Kermit Gosnell to go work that tool on our people, man. And then he's a brother. This was a brother that made the goddamn tool. This was a brother, man. This was a black man. and turned around and brought that back, I would have done no such thing. I'm not going to help you murder my children. And guess what? Everybody knows it. All of them knew that their plan was to murder us. And guess what? They've been succeeding. You talking about Happy Mother's Day when our sister are murdering 350,000 babies, no less. No less than that a year. And you want to celebrate something? That's the article. That's the St. Louis, the county article. Oh, okay. No, yeah. We turn around and now you wanna celebrate. I heard a couple of brothers say that their mothers had several different abortions before them, and then make like I'm supposed to be. You done murdered all my brothers and sisters, and now I'm supposed to be happy. You know what I mean? Like, God damn, could have had somebody to play with when I was little. Could have had somebody to wrestle with. You know what I'm saying? You have a little sister, have somebody to protect. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, that's ridiculous. Happy Monsters Day. And that's every year you celebrate it. You know what I mean? And this cat was showing up the goddamn monster. And he helped the Planned Parenthood, that monster, Margaret Sanger. He helped that monster, man, complete what they wanted to do. And is the one in there about the preachers? About using the preachers as the face?
One moment.
Finish reading that one that you got.
Which one?
The one that you just read.
The article?
No, the one about the quotes.
Okay.
The one about the we don't want the Negro population to know that we trying to exterminate them. It should be about preachers up under that, is it? About how the preachers would be the face?
One moment, because it's this is actually
it's got several different ones on
it. This is just I found it in 21 quotes by Margaret Sanger.
Yeah.
And that was an excerpt from a letter that she wrote.
Right.
About the Negroes.
So. It was several different things she was doing all over the place. You understand? Everyone was writing articles and going places and having conferences and doing all manner of evil, boy. All to turn around and get things set to the way that they are today, which is Planned Parenthood. And they're not planning to do anything but help you murder your babies. That's all. That's all. And now $350,000, and then you pay them to do it. You pay them to do it. And the quote I'm trying to get the brother to find now is the one where they said they're going to use the black preachers. That would be the face instead of their little lily white face. Because guess what? If they'd have put their face on Planned Parenthood, they already know that they're against us. We knew that. You understand? In them times they was lynching us, hanging us, beating us. You walking down the street, a car pull up on a truck, pull up on you. 5, 6 devils beat the hell out you, rape you, do any damn thing to you. So we knew not to trust them. So they used the slick preachers. They used the smooth preachers, man. The ones that just want to lay hands on you. The ones that want to pray over you. Oh, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, I bless and curse and bind and all that nonsense, man. They use black preachers. Why? Because they are some of the slimiest people on the planet, man. You can't trust a damn black preacher no farther than you can see him. Soon as they bust a corner, boy, you better know for sure they doing something that they ain't got no business doing right around that corner. And whatever it is, it's gonna come your way. It's gonna come back your way too. If he's sleeping with other men's wives, guess what? He's coming. It's coming back to you. If he's molesting children, guess what? Your children are next. If he's stealing money from one member, guess what? He's stealing money from you. Did you hear the sister that was in the I don't think you heard the sister, but she turned around and she said, man, I stopped going to church. I think you was right there, but I think you walked off when she started talking. She said, I stopped going to church. She said, I felt after so long that they was lying to me. You know, the stuff that they was saying wasn't right. And she said, the last thing that drew the straw that broke the camel's back was she, was going through some rough times, right? And she needed some money to, help pay her bills and things like that. And she said she was a member of a big church. And she said that she went to the pastor, was like, Pastor, I need some help. She was like, I'm at like death's door. Like, you know what I mean? She was like, I'm doing so bad, I really need some help. And she was like, I can't pay none of my bills. I'm struggling, I'm this, I'm that. And the pastor said, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. In the name of Jesus, right? And so then she said that the pastor had stood up at church and had explained, not her whole situation, but dropped it on the church and said, Sister so-and-so needs our help. We finna take up a collection right now for this sister. Pastor said, empty them pockets, man, and let's help our sister. Right? And she said, I'm looking at all of the money in all of the buckets. And she was like, yes, thank you, God. And she said when she went to the pastor, when the church was over, the pastor said, I ain't got no money for you. Said it wasn't enough for her. I said, God damn, man. Use that sister's situation and then robbed her. You understand? Claimed that we was going to help her. But then took the money and told her, oh, it wasn't even enough for you. See, that was for the church. This church right around the corner. Was that Friendly Temple?
Okay.
Yeah. Friendly Temple. I know one sister that she got robbed out of, I don't even want to say the amount. Man, she could have gave it to me. I could have turned around and helped her do something amazing with $1 million out. She wanted to she got a settlement of some sort, right? And she wanted to take that meal she had, and of course she wanted to make more, right? And this was before they was built when they were building the new church. They got a little small one across the street, and then they was building the big one across the street from it. And she took the money to the pastor and told him, she said, well, Pastor, I wanna invest this some type of way so I can, turn this meal into 10 meal. You know what I mean? 20 meal, 30 meal, 40 meal. One day I don't have to work, I want to invest this money in something huge. He told her, he said, okay, well, you could invest it in the stocks in my church. She went back after so many months of the pastor not saying anything to her, not giving her any word, not doing anything. And he said, oh, no, that money went into the church, not no stocks. He switched the whole thing up on the woman, man. I was like, that would have been his last day preaching. I promise you.
Right.
That would have been his last day preaching. He hit this sister for a meal, man. You know what I mean? I was like, God damn. She didn't even get to spend none of it. You know what I mean? She didn't get to buy herself something nice. She tried to do the right damn thing. And, according to her, the right thing, it wouldn't have been no problem spending it. You know what I'm saying? Buying yourself something nice, doing a little something for you. But her way of doing her money was to make more. She wanted to invest it at that time. And she couldn't even do it. Why? Because the slimy preacher robbed her. You're next. You're next. Keep going to church. You are next. Keep believing in these preachers. You're next. Keep believing that these guys are men of God. You're next. You're next. All right? I don't think they understand, do they, Cabal? I'm telling you. So, where we at now? You find that quote?
Oh, I couldn't find that quote, but I did find it.
Let me see if I can find it. I know I got it somewhere.
So, they have a clergy advocacy board.
Huh?
Planned Parenthood has a clergy advocacy board.
Good night. Good night. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this quote real quick. Right. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So like this kind of gets to the kind of
Huh?
the point. I said this kind of gets to the point though.
What is
This
another quote? Go ahead.
okay. The Planned Parenthood Federal. It's like the Planned Parenthood Federation of America Clergy Advocacy Board today condemned efforts by some state and national leaders to use COVID-19 response to halt abortions. This call from faith leaders to support access to reproductive and health care follows the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. So even during the pandemic, and people were like, "No, you can't even go in to see your regular doctor for a regular checkup." It's like this is from April of 2020. So this is everything had just started getting locked down. You couldn't go to see your regular doctor, and Planned Parenthood is trying to make sure that you can still get your abortion.
Get an abortion, but you can't go to your regular doctor though. You can't get a checkup. You see it right there. The quote. Go ahead, read that.
We do not want the word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious church members.
Good night. You hear that? That's the preacher is the one that's gonna straighten it out. It's gonna turn around and tell the woman, no. You go ahead and you had an abortion if you need to. You understand? You have that abortion if that's what you feel you need to do for you. That's your body, right? That's how they do it. And your black preacher, man, is the one that turned around and helped push that nonsense on our people. This is why sisters are going to get abortions at the rate that they getting them at.
Right.
Because of these slimy ass preachers, man. Like for all these years, can't you see that preachers are worthless? Black Christian preachers are extremely worthless. They only worth something to themselves. Why? Because the pastor has a nice car. Pastor has a nice house. Pastor's kids are all in college, and you dumb as hell. You understand? You can't make it out of high school. You so goddamn poor. You can't make it out of high school, but the pastor's kids got it going on. In college, graduated college, got this degree, that degree, and you can barely even get a damn ninth grade education. All the members back in the day, the old members was uneducated completely. Yeah. You know what I mean? All them old women, man, the mothers of the boards and all that, those women were uneducated. And more importantly, they were uneducated in the truth. They didn't know the Bible. They let the pastor razzle and dazzle them. They let the pastor sprinkle them with a bunch of lies and nonsense, man. And to the point to where now we got a bunch of drugs in our community, bunch of whoremongers in our community, bunch of gays and lesbians in our community. The black community is toe up from the float up. They still say that? Do they still say that? Toe up from the float up, man. I don't see us getting no lower than this. Like, damn, how low could we go? We are at an all-time low. And the black preacher is the one that they said is going to straighten it out. He's going to fix this. Because he's going to turn to the more rebellious members. You hear that?
Yeah.
To the ones that say, no, I ain't finna get no abortion. Oh, you're being rebellious. Me and my woman, we just going to suffer. We just going to deal with it. Don't kill our baby. They're the ones that's rebellious. But the ones that say, oh, you know what? I'm trying to get my education. Now, that's the slave we want right there. We want the rebellious one to get like that slave. You know, it's two types of slaves. Ones that turned around and gave in to it, and what they say, like to say, made the best out of a bad situation. Those slaves took and made the best out of a bad situation. And how did they do it? They became Christians. That's what they did. Went to church. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Amen. That's how they did it. That's how they made the best of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And Salakia, but she died in the 60s. Like this ain't like this was forever ago.
Yeah.
Right. This isn't like, oh, well, this was during slavery that the white man and white woman knew that the black church was actually just a pawn in their schemes.
Right.
It wasn't like they didn't know that the black preacher would sell out for whatever reason that they wanted to sell out for. Like this isn't something. I mean, this isn't something so far gone. This is recent. Yeah. This isn't old. Like, these are your preachers today. Some of them were still in there back then. Some of them was raised by those preachers. And guess what? They take that money. They take that money just like their daddy took that money. Because most of the preachers today is the sons of the preachers back then who push that same message in our community. Why? Because that's what they were trained up to do. They were trained up to take orders from our oppressor on how to keep us down. Yeah. And how to keep us in this position so they can keep their position.
Exactly. That's why they do it. And we don't understand that. You're too busy singing and dancing. It's in the scripture. It's in the Bible to where, like you just said, he wants to keep us in our position so that he can stay in his. Why would he want you to get up off the ground?
Right.
Why would he got his foot on your goddamn neck? George Floyd or his knee. It don't matter which one. You know what I mean? His knee or his foot is on your goddamn neck. Either way, you pinned down. You on the ground. You as low as you could be. You understand? There's another article that came out about Margaret Sanger was called the elimination of the unfit.
God.
That's what she called us. The unfit. We weren't even fit to even be born. That's what she said. We weren't even fit to be alive. So the best thing to do for us was to kill us. And you got our sisters running to these places, doing exactly what these devils set out to do to us, is to murder us. Now you go pay her to murder your goddamn children. When you killing off your army. That's why we don't have one.
Right.
That's why we don't have one other than the ISPK.
Damn right.
And this the one that you would fight against. You would jump and go get in and put that American flag across your chest and come war against us.
Damn right. Damn right.
To go join them just so you can murder they can murder some more of our children. Just so more of our brothers could be gay. So more of our sisters could be lesbian. So more of our brothers could be strung out on drugs. More of our sisters could sell their body for drugs and sleep with every damn thing walking and moving and talking. The Christian would turn around and help them fight us so that they can have more sin. That's what they want. They want more pork. You know what I mean? Those preachers want more members that they can rob and sleep with and molest their children. That's what they want. They would fight us so that there could be more child molestation. When the ISUPK is fighting so that child molestation could come to an end.
Right.
To where gay and lesbian can come to an end. To where Christmas and Thanksgiving can come to an end. Hell, pork and shrimp and crab can come to an end. To where sin can come to an end, man. And then we could actually live. We could actually do something. What is everybody talking about? Building? Everybody talking about building, right? But nobody picked up damn block.
Right.
Nobody picked up a goddamn block and did anything and moved it anywhere and put it anywhere to build anything. Except for us in the ISUPK.
Right.
And tell me I'm wrong. Where you at? Sitting at home, on the computer, talking about us. You see that? Oh, man. They kill me with that. On Facebook all day, talking about us, about what we is and what we would call and all this and all that. Goddamn right. We are the leaders of our culture.
That's right.
You goddamn right. You
Damn,
ain't gonna do it. You sitting at home with your family doing nothing, making sure that they're taken care of, but don't give a damn about nobody else.
Right.
Don't give a goddamn about nobody else. That brother, wasn't that nobody in that debate claimed that we only feed Israelites. Damn near everybody that come to the food drive is not an Israelite.
Right.
Not in this school. Don't know nothing about us half the time. You know, they started learning because they've been coming lately, and they know. You know what I mean? But this dude said that's all we feed. You got to be an Israelite to get fed. Yeah, be an Israelite.
Sure.
You black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, but guess what? Even though you ain't in our school, commanded you know how to still feed you.
Sure.
Go ahead, Ward.
That's Salakia, but every food drive that we do is the exact opposite of what he said. Oh,
Yeah, I
y'all
know.
only feed people in y'all group. But actually, we only have people in our group feeding everybody else.
Right.
It's not we're feeding ourselves. No, we're feeding everybody else. You think between the 7 brothers that's up here working at, when we got a lot of people, the 7 brothers, the 4 brothers
Right.
about,
Right.
is taking this 13,000 pounds of food home?
Mm-hmm.
We like that doesn't make sense. We feed everybody else, and then we go back and enjoy our time and hang out with our brothers, and then we might go get something to eat and hang out. But we feed the community. We feed everybody. In fact, it was like I was telling somebody at the food drive just yesterday. No, it's like not yesterday. On Friday, they said, "Well, who's the food for?" I said, "Listen, it's for anybody, but we got it for our people. We out here for our people. We Edomites pull up, they get food. The Moabites pull up, they get food. We ain't get it for them, but they get food, right? So, and that's the part that kills me the most, because you want to call us a hate group, right? Ain't no way the Klan is feeding a black person for any reason whatsoever. He's not feeding a Hispanic. He's not feeding our people. But you want to equate us with them, but you're in the same religion as them. You believe in the same Jesus they believe in. You believe in the same version of the Bible that they believe in, but we're the hate group.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you. But yeah, he got it all wrong, of course. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. What we got next? Do we got the let me see, what else? Oh, yeah. What do we have another article? Oh, we got one last article. Give me that one last article real quick so we can show that this one's about birthdays on Mother's Day.
Yep.
This is another murder. This is that's a double murder right there. You turn around and you celebrating two days.
God.
Yep.
6 dead in Colorado Springs shooting at a birthday party committed by a man who then killed himself, police say.
He killed himself after that?
Out of the car.
And this one was done, I think it's 2 separate incidents. It was 2 of them that happened on Mother's Day because the dude didn't feel welcome. He wasn't welcome to the party. So he tried to turn around and bust his way up in, and then because he couldn't get in, he turned around and started killing people. There was 2 of them. I think this is another one. This ain't the one that he did that, but go ahead and read it.
Okay. 6 people are dead after a gunman entered a birthday party and began shooting inside a mobile home in Colorado Springs before killing himself during the early morning hours of Mother's Day, police announced Sunday. The mass shooting unfolded around midnight Sunday at the Canterbury Mobile Home Park, about 8 miles outside of downtown Colorado Springs. The gunman, who authorities said was the boyfriend of one of the female victims, has not been publicly identified. Salakia.
Go ahead.
Like you don't want to publicly identify this murderer, but you blast a little black boy who's been a victim of a crime all over the TV.
Yeah.
You ain't worried about protecting nothing for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go try to find the image you want, the image that best fits your narrative, so you can try to twist it to make him look as bad as you want him to look.
Right.
But this murderer, we're not releasing his identity yet.
I'm telling you, all day long, it's ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous.
The Colorado Springs Police Department said in a news release that the man drove to the residence, walked inside, and began shooting at the party before taking his own life. The shooter's motive is still being investigated, the police said. And the type of firearm used was not specified. All of the victims, whose names and ages have yet to be released, were adults. One of the victims was celebrating a birthday, police said. None of the children at the party were injured, authorities said. The children are now with relatives. When the police arrived at the scene at 12:18 a.m. Sunday, they said they found the male shooter, an adult, who was transported to the hospital with serious injuries. Authorities confirmed that he died at the hospital.
Good night, Let's jump straight to some scriptures, man.
Okay.
To show, this is why you ain't supposed to be celebrating that mess, man. The Lord hates that nonsense. He hates birthday celebrations. He give me what's the Ecclesiastes 7 and what is that? 3 or 2?
I believe somewhere around there. That's like which one?
Ecclesiastes 7 and 1. Ecclesiastes
Okay.
7 and 1.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment.
Now, this is doing a comparison, right? Your reputation, that's what it means to have a good name, right? Not like when somebody say, "What's your name?" Oh, that's a nice name. I like that. Not that. Okay?
Right.
Talking about your reputation. All right. It's better to have a good reputation than having some expensive oil. You know what I'm saying? Having the finer things in life. All right. Keep going. Now this next comparison, it's gonna be a shocker for them Christians, for the ones that love to pin the dollars on their shirt. For the ones that like to walk around with the glass talking about birthday girl or birthday boy. You understand? For the ones that like to turn around and post on Facebook, happy birthday to me. You know how many people I seen that had I guess nobody called you and said happy birthday, so you had to make it known it was your birthday, and then happy birthday to me. You took a picture of themselves, and then everybody jumped on there to, oh, happy birthday, like they really gave a damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Real silly. Go ahead,
And the day of death than the day of one's birth.
The day of death is greater than the day of one's birth. And why? Look, you turn around, look at what we're born into. The scripture says that we are born into sin. You understand? It's all kinds of things for you to get into. All manner of evil for you to get into in this place. Drugs, that's the first one on the list. That's the first one on the list. Drugs, some type of crime. Church. Oh my God. Church. That's like the worst one. The church. Being a Christian, being a filthy Christian. Good night. And the dead one's death is greater than that.
Right.
Because guess it's all over now. It's all over. Nowhere in the Bible does it say it's great to celebrate what they like to say, another year of God blessing them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, nothing wrong with being thankful for being, her a year older, whatever, you know what I mean? But to celebrate your birthday, that's the sin.
God.
Because you make yourself the God for that day.
Right.
You can't worship you. We only supposed to worship God, and that's it. The Most High, that's it. That's it. Not yourself. Who gives a damn because you was born on a day? Look at all of the things that you have done since you've been here. What in the hell is there so to be happy about? You know what I mean? What are you celebrating? Look at all of the evil that you have done. You turn around, you terrorizing the whole neighborhood. You're killing everybody on the block, selling them all dope. You turn around, you're molesting everybody's goddamn child. You're a sissy or a damn bull dagger. You're a Christian or a Muslim. Like, what is there to be so happy about? Because you here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Stop it. Go ahead. Give me, jump to Amos. You know what I want. Give me Amos 5:21.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Your feast day is simply a day of celebration. And the Lord said he hates your feast days. These days that you have created and you choose to celebrate of your own. The Lord hates those days. He despises them. He hate and despise. That's what the scriptures say. He said, I hate and despise your feast days. The day that you was born on that you just got to turn around and celebrate so bad. The day that Christmas falls on, you just got to buy your kids something for Christmas. The day that 4th of July lands on and falls on, you just got to pop fireworks and celebrate independence when we ain't even got none as a people.
Right.
And you're celebrating another people's damn independence. Now, how dumb is that? You put on red, white, and blue as if you are a part of this country. And as if they are spreading the wealth, like what they like to say. As if you are included in the goddamn freedom process. You was. You helped them fight for it, but then they killed you right after it. And then you became slaves, or you was back a slave. Or they thought they was finna fight their way to freedom.
Okay.
They thought that they were going to be free men after that. What was that movie, Glory? With Denzel?
Okay.
They murdered him. Denzel was the baddest nigga out there, killing everybody. Killing everybody for the white man. And they turned around, blew his goddamn brains out too. Killed him in the head. Oh, we got to hurry up and get it. Look at him. Look at what he'll do to us. You understand? We got to take him out.
Okay.
Man, go ahead. Where you at, him?
Yeah, Salakia. But we the crazy ones when we tell people you still slaves.
Man, come on.
You
are.
Like it makes you want to pull your hair out. Like, how do you not understand? How do you not see the slavery that you in right now? Right now, it's not like this is hundreds of years ago, thousands. This is right now.
Our ancestors, us.
Right, this is us going through.
This is us. This is what we are going through.
Okay.
Right now. Right now. Yep. But you such a slave, you can't see it. And guess what? Next year, you ain't going to see your mama either. Because you're going to turn around and you're going to want to celebrate Mother's Day, and you or her, one or the other, is going to be gone. It's going to be gone. So, what else we got on that? You got anything else you want to bring out? I'm going to have to call the brother to see what happened to the call. You hear? Man, look, they all claim they're going to call in. Got anything else?
Maybe this one. Sunday's massacre is believed to be to be at least the 7th public mass shooting since March, according to Washington Post police. Like, fuck it, but
Go ahead.
These holidays are just showing more and more that this system, this nation, is going down.
Yeah.
Like this you can't live you can't live like this. This cannot survive. This cannot stand. Right? This kingdom is going to end soon, and if you can't see that, I think that is the biggest problem with our people, is that our oppressor knows that their kingdom is falling, and our people refuse to even see it. Like over in India,
high to see it.
Kind. Like over in India with them doing all that with they gods, right?
Right.
Where they just destroying all of their gods, throwing them into the river, smashing them with backhoes, because they realized that they gods sat around and did absolute zero for this coronavirus. Like other people who have common sense and can evaluate their situation and make a decision, free people who make their own decisions of their own thoughts. They saw the situation and said, you know what, we not dealing with these guys no more, because these guys ain't did nothing for us. Right. Now, Nakers is be in the hood, still praying to white Jesus, and ain't nothing happened since ever to get you out of your situation.
Right.
They got sense to turn on them. Our people to just sit there and be like, oh, we just got to pray a little bit more. We got to pray a little.
Right. It's always that.
It's
always that.
It's just always that. And we as people need to start realizing that, first off, we ain't free, and figure out how to make free man decisions. Like we still celebrate a God that don't even look like us. Who does that? No one else in the world does that.
Nope. They'll be able to make free man decisions if they will come and get in the ISUP camp under Commander Junior Hunter.
Right.
Because guess what? Up in here, eyes are free, nigga. You understand? You understand me? Like I said, we free men up in the ISUPK.
Yeah, right.
All right? So, with that, shalom, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Make sure y'all tune in to class. Make sure y'all go to isupk.com and pay your tithes. And with that, shalom, Israel.